Peace, family. This is Lions Den with another news and commentary. Shout out to Phil from the Advice Show for this story. Uh, a white woman shot out to a Guatemalan man saying that he needs to go back to his country. Wow. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video, and I'm going to give you the rest of my commentary.
We keep seeing videos pop up every day, and I don't know what's going on with these people. We have another white lady that's very upset because there are some Guatemalan tourists that's visiting the country. Now, they came in the legal way, so I don't know why she has a problem with that, but they were speaking Spanish in a Virginia restaurant, and when she heard them speaking Spanish, she started demanding their passports. She was acting a straight fool. But let's roll the clip.
Show your passport. I'm showing you, sir. We do. I don't know if he doesn't speak English, so how would you're not a police? Are you a police? No, I know. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Go back to your country, okay? You do too. You too. Country. You don't care about. You do not come over here and freeload on America, okay?
Look, we gotta get out of here.
I'm tired of this. It's the same as Sweden. You freeload on us.
Now, this took place in Lovettsville, Virginia, at a place called Andy's Restaurant. Now, she demanded to see their passports. That's what she wanted. And she told them also to get the F out. Who is she? If we go back to what this country originally was, she's not here legally either. Who gave her authority to be here? If you want to say, go back to Africa, go back to your country, well, then we all need to go back. You know, I can go back to Africa and have no problem with it. Just give me my reparations. You need to go back to Europe and the Caucasus Mountains where you originally came from. It's just that simple. It's amazing how you have people that's constantly screaming at others about, get out of my country, get out of my country. Do you realize there are people that look like you, ma'am, who are the elite, and you want to talk about immigration, they're doing all that. That's not your average everyday person that's doing that. And you're not even benefiting from all that, get out of my country. It's quite funny that you're screaming, get out of my country, but you won't tell the people who are in control, the elite people in this country that look just like you, who want the cheap labor, who want the benefits, who want the drugs, who want everything else that comes over here illegally. You don't tell them anything, but you attack the people that's coming over. It doesn't make sense at all. But you're going to go at the wrong one day. It's going to happen. And I know it's going to happen. You're going to attack the wrong one day. They going to handle you, and then you're going to be crying that you're the victim, and oh, they attacked me, and this is what these people do. But you're going up to strange people you don't know and telling them to get out and let me see your passports like you're some sort of law enforcement. You're not law enforcement. But I understand the system of racism, white supremacy. You feel like you're deputized to do whatever the hell you want to do. And people getting sick and tired of that crap. Leave people alone. If somebody's speaking Spanish or somebody's speaking Arabic languages or whatever language they're speaking, they're not talking to you. Why are you so nosy? That's a big problem that I see with certain people like her. You're so nosy. You want to be in everybody else's business. If you want to learn a different language, now you have an app called Duolingo. You can learn it from there, right? If you want to know Spanish so much. So stop being in people's business. They can talk in Spanish or not. When you go visit different countries and you white folks are in everybody else's country, okay? I know when I went to Ethiopia, I seen white folks there. Nobody walked up to white people in Ethiopia and said, let me see your passport, get out of my country, you're speaking English, you're not speaking Amharic. I didn't hear that. So if nobody's treating you that way when you go to different countries, why in the hell do you think that you're going to treat others that way? Because remember, if they treat you the exact same way, you'd be crying holy hell. And if I was these different people, I would treat you just like you treating them. Because that's the only way you realize that people are not playing with you. You have to give you a dose of your own medicine. It's just that simple. So if you want to keep attacking people for speaking a different language, don't be crying and saying people are treating you bad when they hear you speaking English in their country and they ask you for your passport and get the hell out and causing a scene. I mean, this is what you want people to think that this country is about, just attacking people. But like I said, that's not Black Americans. We have nothing to do with that. Black Americans not attacking people. Of course, you may have a few here and there that's a couple of idiots and they have no mind, of course, and they think whatever, master say, that's what they want to do. But we talking about the majority of Black Americans, we not on that. So never judge us or put us in that mix. That's what I always say. I don't know why people throughout the world have this thought process about Black Americans, because notice, we aren't doing things like this. We never do things like this. But when you see the people who's doing it, but yet you don't treat them different, a lot of people want to treat us different. I'm talking about the ones who's doing that, of course. Give me a comment there thing about this particular video. These videos that we keep seeing constantly, as I stated before, we're going to keep putting them up because the world needs to see how serious we are when we talk about racism and how it is a function that's in this society and a dysfunction in people who believe in that ideology.
Okay, shout outs to Phil from the Advice Show for this story. And like he said, they keep putting videos time and time and time again. And this Guatemalan man he was a tourist. And he went to this restaurant and this white woman just called him all kinds of names, basically saying, go back to your country. And Phil was right about this one as well. He was also right that if you don't like, when we go to another country, you speak English, you don't see other people that lives in that country and say, well, let me see your passport or go back to where you come from. See, this right here, ever since, it's president, racism is openly now. People can say what they want to say, do what they want to do, call them all types of stuff. And people don't call out on that. And see, right now, you see all these stories and all these videos will start coming out. And people need to start calling out on them for that. So we obviously need to stop all of this. And again, you have all these stories. You have, like I said, with the 3 white women call the police on a black gardener in Detroit, all because he's guarding his food on ground in front of his home. You got another incident in New York City where a 13-year-old boy really minding his own business with his mother, and a white woman called the police on him because he quote unquote groped her, which according to the surveillance video showing that on his backpack he just grazed her and move on. See, all of these stories is coming out, and now people around the world, like Phil and I, will still go and put them on blast to show the world how us Americans feel, how we've been treated as Black Americans for a long, long time. And, I know some people say that they don't like Donald Trump, whatever. You know what? Maybe Donald Trump is the answer. And I hate to say this, maybe Donald Trump is the answer, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it shows the blatant racism that's happened to Black people since we even come here through slave ships, and they try to sweep that under the rug. And since now people can be openly racist and think it's okay to do what they do, and now it's all on video. Every video that Phil from the Advice Show, myself, other people, Black activists are trying to tell you guys is really happening. There's no fluke on a lot of stuff, but it's really happening into our neighborhoods and into the community. And so we posted it out there because I know the mainstream media would never, ever post stuff like this out. But see, this incident is going to continue to happen unless people are speaking out, posted videos out. And now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, well, I don't know why he's showing Phil from the Advice Show. Phil has a Hispanic wife. He's not with us. He's not for us. I'm gonna tell you like this. He's one of the people that shows real news. Even though he has a Hispanic wife, whatever. But at least he's showing what's really going on. You think the mainstream media going to show what's going on to our communities? No. They're probably going to show every now and then, but not what's really going on or what's happening into our communities. So even though yes, he's a swirler, okay. But at least give this guy a benefit of the doubt that at least he's showing the truth. Bringing all these stories out to us to see what's really going on. And it's saddened for people to understand what's going on. It's really saddened that we as black people don't know or don't see the news about what's going on in our communities, but we as YouTubers telling you what's going on, and at least we are. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm gonna tell you like this: if you're a white person traveling from overseas or other countries, I pray that, you know, they're not gonna do the same thing to y'all, which they don't anyway. But I'm just showing you that you cannot just call people minorities like Hispanic or go back to I mean, if you want us to go back to Africa, I don't have no problem with that. I mean, matter of fact, I would love to go back. But you believe me, before we go back, all y'all Europeans, y'all need to go back first. Because believe me, y'all came in here first, taking over. And we were brought here as slaves. But yet, you want us to go back. I tell you what, give us our reparations, pay us to go back, and we had no problems with that. That's in the story. Leave us a comment, tell me what you think about this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my reaction channel, subscribe to my Black Junction channel for all new news and commentary. With that being said, it's Lions In signing off. Deuces.